So I'm gonna be very straightforward. People think like it's a magic bullet. People think like you got to do like abracadabra to make $1,000 a week, and in reality, it ain't none of that. It's just very straightforward. The way that you make $1,000 a week, it's obviously market dependent. Yeah, you go to certain markets, you'll be able to do it faster, more easier. Yeah, all of that is true. But the way that you make $1,000 a week is simple. You gotta be disciplined. You can't just work one day and think that you're gonna hit it. You gotta work consistent. You gotta put in consistent effort. You gotta have a strategy. And that's the secret. That's really the secret. Be disciplined. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Nick, and I am the local South Florida Uber driver. I'm local just because you never really know where I'm gonna be in the next couple days, months, years. But I primarily work the South Florida market. And in today's video, today I'm just talking about a real subject. Because a lot of people ask me, how do you make $1,000 a week? And I gotta stop laughing at people. So first and foremost, I'm sorry. I laugh in my head, not in person. But like, I gotta stop laughing at people because it's a real hurdle to get to $1,000 a week for some people. Obviously it's market dependent. I always say if you're in Ohio, but you're way out in the outskirts of Ohio, then yeah, it's gonna be hard for you to hit $1,000 a week because there's nobody in your vicinity. Your neighbor is like 50 miles down the street. That makes sense. Like, it's obviously hard to do that when you don't have people to pick up. And yeah, the easy answer is go to a bigger city or go around a bigger city. Not necessarily go into a major city, but go around a city. You know what I'm saying? Like, and kind of work from there, because what we do is very simple. As an Uber driver, it is your job to take somebody, when you accept the offer, it is your job to take somebody from point A to point B. Point B, once you get to point B, you say, all right, cool, have a good day. I mean, if you do that type of thing, I do. I say have a good day, but maybe you don't. You say, all right, get out. Once you kick them out of the car and you slide the little thing and say, okay, I'm done with the trip, you're now getting paid for that specific trip. That is your responsibility. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else at all. That is your responsibility, especially if you're doing an Uber X ride, a comfort ride, on the, what I'm saying? That's all you really are expected to do. I picked you up and I dropped you off. So if you have nobody to pick up, if there's nobody in your vicinity, if your neighbor is super far, you got tumbleweeds in your area, obviously it's gonna be hard to make $1,000 a week. I think that's common sense, but common sense isn't common. So yeah, this video isn't for you if you have it like that. This video is for people that live close or around or know of a major market. So Atlanta, obviously Miami, the state of Florida, you got Jacksonville, Orlando. The bigger cities is what I'm saying. You got Atlanta, you got, see, now I can't even think of cities. I would think like Memphis. In Memphis, you got Tennessee, Memphis. See, Carolina, you got Raleigh, you got different places. Like, yeah, listen, y'all know what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of my geography. You got major cities all over every state. So the way that you make $1,000 is obviously you need to go where the people are. You need to go close, around, somewhere in the vicinity of a major market. That's the first point. Now, if you're around a major market, like obviously I am, I live in South Florida, then the simplest and easiest way to actually make $1,000 it's no real magic bullet. It's no real secret. It's no real like abracadabra. Let me pull this out of my hat. Well, hat. Let me pull this from under my arm. Yeah, the way that you make $1,000, and this goes for everybody. Even if you're in a major market, it's hard to make $1,000 a week unless you're disciplined. I know, right? Game changer. If you're not disciplined, it's really hard to make $1,000 a week. Again, what do I mean by that? Like, you have to have a strategy. You have to have a strategy. Know when you're gonna wake up. Know when you're gonna go to sleep. That's the simplest way I could put it. Know where you want to work and where you don't want to work. Simplest way I could put it. Know what area you want to be in and what area you don't want to be in. Know your market. Know traffic patterns. All of that stuff comes into play. But I guarantee you, I guarantee you that if you know your market, you know the traffic patterns, you know, like, to figure all of that stuff out, you have to work consistently, because you're not gonna know the traffic patterns if you don't go out and work. I mean, listen, I thought I knew the traffic patterns before I was an Uber driver, but I ain't really know it like that. The difference is, okay, I may have been on the road specifically every morning at 7:30 to 8 o'clock. Okay, so I kind of sort of know the traffic patterns for that time, but I didn't see what happened before 7:30. I don't really know what transpired to lead up to that. I don't really know what happens after 8:30. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot that you won't know if you're only talking about your daily commute to work, because you go the same route. One route. You don't go any other routes. So yeah, you know a general sense, you know specifically that route, but you don't really know traffic patterns, especially if you don't put in the work to learn them. You don't really know your market, especially because most people just go one specific route. One route. Everybody, when you went to work, you went one specific route, the route that you were most comfortable with, and it is what it is. Can't nobody tell you any different. You probably went up, I don't know, you probably went up Biscayne Boulevard, you turn left on 20th Street, then you turn right. Listen, you go the same way every morning. This is why, for a lot of people, you can go to work half tired. And I mean, we all do it. We all do it. You know what I'm saying? You can go to work with your eyes closed almost. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, it just is what it is. We all kind of do it, but yeah, because it's like, at that point, it's muscle memory, because we all really just go one way. So hear me what I'm saying. As an Uber driver, it's your job to transport people. Cool. Yeah, okay, we got that. So the way that you get successful, the way that you hit the goal of $1,000 a week, if your job is to transport people, is to be consistent at turning your app on and taking people. Because you're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. There are gonna be some days where you go out, you're gonna probably make $300-400. I don't know. Again, it's market dependent, but there's gonna be days where you're gonna make $200, $300, $400 in a day. You're gonna be balling. All of the rides are coming to you. All of the rides are good. You're getting the right rides. The passengers are tipping. Everything's just going good. It's not a lot of traffic. You just kind of easing in, easing out. It's beautiful. Then you're gonna have those days where it's like, yeah. Well, you gotta have patience. You're gonna get those days where it's like, yeah, I don't want to be an Uber driver anymore. You're gonna have those days where it's gonna test everything, because the passenger's gonna make you wait 5 minutes at every stop. The offers are gonna come in trash. It's just gonna be a lot of traffic everywhere you go. GPS might give you the wrong directions. It's gonna be those days, and we all have them. So you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. Every week, doesn't matter whether it's slow season, bad season. You're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. That's just what it is. It's life. Every day isn't the same, So the way that you make $1,000 a week, yeah, you got to weather the storm of the bad days. And the only way you can do that is keep working. So yeah, you start work on Monday, keep working till Friday, Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see the result. Okay, if you only made $600 that first week, okay, try again. Try again the next week. Try to put in more hours. Try to get more consistent. Try to learn where you went. Keep in your mind, damn, I worked over in this area. Maybe that area is slower. Let me try another area and see if that area is better. This is why I always say knowing your market is so important. And the only way that you can know your market is by working it. If you don't work it, you don't know it. So the secret, I can't even think of any other words. The secret, the game changer information, the mind-blowing tactic to actually make $1,000 a week is nothing. It's just being disciplined, going to work every day, doing what you said you're gonna do. If you're an Uber driver, be an Uber driver and be consistent. Put in at least 40 hours a week. This is what I always tell everybody. Yes, I get it. You can work by yourself. You don't have no boss. You don't have to clock in, yada, yada, yada. I get all of that. But be consistent. Put yourself on a schedule and actually follow through with it. Because, yeah, you don't have a boss. So you got to put yourself on the schedule. Yeah, I mean, we all know we had that boss that was like, hey, no, hey, you need to clock in. Hey, make sure you clock in. Hey, you going over. You almost about to go over. Make sure you clock out at such and such time. You know, we all know how that goes. So it's like, but when you're doing Uber, you don't have that boss. You don't have that person over your shoulder like, hey, it's about to be 12 o'clock. Make sure you clock out. It's on you. It's on you. So you got to be consistent. That is the secret way to make $1,000 a week. If you be consistent, you will see that you will start to make it, or you'll start to get close. And there's no shame in getting close. I mean, it's your bank account. Your bank account's going to thank you. And little by little, okay, the first time you may not have made it, but the second time you get closer and closer and closer. And little by little, you start to realize, oh man, I'm making $1,000 a week. This is getting easier. I'm starting to learn my market. This is getting easier. I know where to go. I know the areas to pick up from. This is getting easier. It's going to get easier. It's going to get easier as long as you put in the work. So shout out to everybody watching. Again, I am almost at 800 subs, so I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody watching the video. If you stayed this long, man, you should join the Telegram group, because it's just like-minded drivers that know the area, and we're giving our strategies away in the Telegram group. So, but yeah, with that being said, man, I have rambled enough. I've kind of talked enough. So I'm out of here. Deuces.